Hi, it's me, Shakti Sundari, and it's time for the Radiance Sutras. I've no idea where we are in terms of days, but I know that we're on Yukti verse 7 today. And, oh, mine's gone completely blank. So I was just looking at the Sanskrit and really enjoying looking at those sounds again. And actually today's verse is very much about the power of sound to awaken us and connect us to our energy centers, to our energy flow. So let me go straight into reading from the Sanskrit from Yukti verse 7 from the Radiance Sutras. Krama dvadashakam samyak dvadasha akshara mbeditam stula sukshma parastitya muktva amuktva antata Shiva. And because I love the sounds and we're working with sound today, I'm going to read it again. So beautiful. Krama dvadashakam samyak dvadasha akshara beditam stula sukshma parastitya muktva amuktva antata Shiva. The sounds, the sounds, the sounds, the beauty of the tongue in the mouth, the resonance, the vibration, so beautiful. And let's hear what the translation in English is. Let your attention glide through the centers of awareness along the spine with adoring intent. There is a song to each area of the body, resonating in sweet vortices. Long rhythmic vowels and hums, ah and e, om, hum, resounding on and on. Find the harmonies emanating from the circulation of life energies. Listen to these as sounds, then more subtly as an underlying hum, eventually as most subtle feeling. Then, diving more deeply, dissolve into freedom. As I read that last verse, I'm reminded of a beautiful gentleman I met 10 years ago when I first, or 11 years ago actually, when I first moved back to London from the States at the Five Rhythms. This man was quite elderly, but he had such presence and energy about him still. And I loved dancing with him. And when we talked, I discovered that he's a meditator. And really, I was fairly new to all this stuff then. But I remember him saying to me, when you meditate and when you're really still, there's a hum. The universe is constantly humming. And there's this sound of the universe that you can hear when you drop fully into stillness and silence. And I absorbed that, and of course it stayed with me until now, and at the time I didn't really know what he meant. I have more of an understanding now, but of course our understanding is always deepening, always opening. There's always more that we can discover for ourselves in this vast, infinite universe of expansion. So let's come back to the verses and to the guidance that's given for today's meditation. Let your attention glide, the sense of smoothness, ease, flow, softness, juiciness. Let your attention glide through the centers of awareness. So a reference there to the chakras, the energy centers that I spoke to yesterday. Through the centers of awareness along the spine with adoring intent. Adoring intent. So bringing your devotion. This is your beloved. You are bringing your whole being in total devotion to this beloved within yourself with adoring intent. There is a song to each area of the body, resonating in sweet vortices. So these chakras, these energy centers, are often referred to as spinning vortices that may be spinning like this, the front and the back of the body. I don't know if you've ever had Reiki. Reiki healers work by bringing energy to these centers, transmitting, receiving. So these vortices of energies may sometimes be stuck or blocked. So our flow of life force is blocked or stagnant. And Reiki healing is one method that can bring the flow back to these centers and open or close where it's needed. There is a song to each area of the body, resonating in sweet vortices, long rhythmic vowels and hums. So there are sounds, and again, some of you may already know this, and for some of you this may be new, but it's a beautiful discovery. There are seed sounds associated with each chakra, and we can use those seed sounds in our meditation. And there are also vowel sounds, so there's two different kinds of sounds, vowel sounds that we can meditate upon, that we can chant to connect with, to open, to resonate, to clear and purify each energy center. And we can do that by sounding step by step, or by focusing on one area where we want to bring greater awareness or healing. If we know there's some stagnation or blockage there, or even something to do with our health or an aspect of our life, because each of these energy centers connects to an aspect of our real life, our consciousness, our awareness, what we're manifesting in our presence, in our being. Find the harmonies emanating from the circulation of life energies. Listen to these as sounds, then more subtly as an underlying hum, eventually as most subtle feeling, then diving more deeply, dissolve into freedom. When we chant in yoga, often we use mantra, sacred sound in Kundalini yoga. Once we've chanted for a certain period of time, that sound current is still active in the body, the cells, the energy field. So even when we've stopped sounding, that resonance is still permeating our being. And that sound, as you may know through sound healing, can be used to heal yourself, to align yourself, to bring yourself into vibration with truth and higher consciousness. And for those of you who might want to play with these sounds a little bit more today, I'm going to give you the sounds so you have them. But also just want to say to experiment for yourself with this. So you can't get it wrong. So if you want to sit and explore, you can sit in meditative pose, sit or stand or lie, and you can just begin to sound and begin to feel for yourself the sounds that truly resonate at each energy center, at your root, at your sex, at your solar plexus, your heart, your throat, your third eye, and your crown. And find the sounds for you that really feel like you're bringing a vibration, a resonance into that place, into that energy center, into that vortex. And you can use the colors that we were looking at and exploring yesterday as part of that. But here's the sounds. So find your own sounds, or you can also play. So there's two different things. The beach sounds for each chakra. I've got them written down here because I don't remember them when I'm talking. I go a bit spaced out. So your root chakra, the sound is lam, L-A-M, lam, lam. And the color red. Your second chakra, Svadhisthana chakra, sexual creative center, the sound, excuse me, is vam, V-A-M, vam, vam. Coming up to your solar plexus, the color yellow. The sound here, ram, R-A-M, ram. Think of a sun bursting with energy and life force. Ram. The sound, the beach sound for your heart chakra, green. Yam, Y-A-M, yam. Just repeating this sound, yam, you'll begin to feel a resonance. The throat, blue or turquoise, hum, H-A-M, hum. And then these two, 6th and 7th chakra, both the sound om, O-M, om, which you'll know. Even if you've never done anything like this before, I'm sure you've heard the sound Om, the original sacred sound of divinity. Om, O-M, purple, white, Om, Om. Let it resonate. And then Another way that you can play with this, there are so many ways, such fun, is to use the vowel sounds. So I need to put my glasses on for this just to read them. So the sounding for your root chakra, you want to tone this until you really feel it vibrating through the base. Your perineum is ah, ah. So it's a very low guttural sound. Ah, ah, ah. The sound for the second chakra, your sacral chakra, just a little bit below your navel, is ooh, ooh, ooh. And then the sound for your solar plexus, oh, oh, oh. An O sound. Coming into the heart, the sound for your heart, ah, ah, ah. It's such a soothing sound, ah, ah. And you can just keep chanting that to yourself, ah, in your heart, to connect with your heart, with compassion, with love. Moving to your throat, the tone here at the throat is I, I, I. And you can really feel, I put my hands there, I can feel the throat vibrating. I. Moving up to your third eye, the middle of the forehead, slightly above the eyes, toning here. The tone is A, A, A. And then we come up to the crown, the tone here, and the light violet or white, E, E, E. So you can tone one at a time. You can stay with one chakra for the day, wherever you feel you need healing, or you can simply explore in your own way and find the sound that feels like it's bringing the most healing, aliveness, joy, and clarity to that center in your body. So pay attention to the sounds around you today. Hum to yourself. I often do that if I'm in the car or on the bus. I just start humming to ground and center myself sometimes. Just feel that vibration within your body and enjoy the current of sound playing through your being. That's all for now. So thank you for being with me. Thank you for watching, and join me tomorrow for more from these beautiful Radiance Sutras. Sat Nam.